So the Republicans are at it again. If you cannot beat the Democratic candidate, disqualify the Democratic candidate, like they tried to do with Obama and Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton. Now they're trying to do it with the Democratic candidate for mayor of New York. Because of course.
Well, so part of the process when you fill out the naturalization forms, which, here's a copy of one here, is you've got to disclose your activities. So like communism, anti-American activities. And so in 2018, when he was naturalized, he failed to disclose some of the things that he had been doing, one of which was joining the Democrat Socialists of America. That's a communist organization, which quite frankly, at that time, would have disqualified him from becoming a United States citizen. So what we're encouraging to do is the Justice Department to look into the timing of his joining that organization. It would have been anti-American. It would have fit the definition of what he would have been required to disclose, and quite frankly, would have made him most likely ineligible to become a naturalized citizen. So if that's true, then the process could begin of him being denaturalized. Now, that being said, even if we can't prove or dot the I's and cross the T's and get this guy on this and create the template for these other individuals who come to this country, they're sleeper cells, they want to undermine our way of life, they want to take advantage of our generosity. Enough is enough. Look, I'm a proud American. I love my country, love my flag, I love my God, and I love my family, and I'm tired of us being taken advantage of by the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's something to see this. We've gotten so complacent with the threat of what this ideology can bring to this country, and it really is scary how it's just celebrated in the streets now. It used to not be that way.
We must also realize that the problems of racial injustice and economic injustice cannot be solved without a radical redistribution of political and economic power. You are reminding not only Memphis, but you are reminding the nation that it is a crime for people to live in this rich nation and receive starvation wages. America's opportunity to help bridge the gulf between the haves and the have-nots. And the question is whether America will do it. There's nothing new about poverty. What is new is that we now have the techniques and the resources to get rid of poverty. And the real question is whether we have the will.
They're going after his citizenship. They want him deported. They know he's not a threat to this country. They know he's American. Yeah, he immigrated here, but they know. He espouses all of the things. That's why they played those clips at the end of that. The person who made that video played those clips at the end. He espouses the same stuff that Martin Luther King Jr. espouses, and every one of these motherfuckers, like that representative in that car, like that guy interviewing him. When MLK Day rolls around, they always fucking tweet out the MLK quotes, don't they? They espouse the same shit. You know he's most likely going to win that race, and you don't want him to win that race. So what are you going to try and do? You're going to try and pull a fucking what you did with Obama, right? He's not a citizen. He's not from here. He's not eligible to run. Only this time, they got Trump in the White House. And Trump's willing to go after people like this. So they're going to go after this motherfucker's citizenship. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy has ICE knocking on the fucking door one day because Trump's just like, get him the fuck out of here. Fucking Republicans.